St. Jacques here with you. Happy to have you back with us as we take a look at the pitch conditions for the first of two games today here in San Cristobal. 82 degrees before kick. There is a 39% chance of precipitation. We do hope that that holds off with 6-mile-per-hour winds coasting through here in the Dominican Republic. Both St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Martinique are eliminated, but both can still finish this Group A qualifying round strong with a strong performance today and potentially 3 big points on the board. We will have Canada against Cuba in our second game today, which has a lot to do with the top of the table, along with the 5th member of the group, El Salvador. We will step aside. We'll get to the national anthems. We'll go through the lineups, and we'll get to the kick between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Martinique in just a few moments.
Damas y caballeros, demos la bienvenida a los equipos nacionales de San Vicente y de Grenadines y Martinica para el partido de esta tarde del clasificatorio femenino sub-20 Concacaf 2023. Damas y caballeros, les pedimos por favor ponerse de pie al escuchar el himno nacional de San Vicente y las Grenadines. Damas y caballeros, a continuación, la hacemos de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Martinica. Alineaciones para el partido de esta tarde.
Great rendition of both of the team's national anthems. Jean St. Jacques rejoining you here. And we're at the Estadio Panamericano in San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic as St. Vincent and the Grenadines face off against Martinique, the first of two today here at the Estadio Panamericano. Cuba and Canada are to follow, but first let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. Cornelius Huggins has this 11 for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Tashana James is in goal today, along with a very strong defense in front of her. Jeffrey, Finlay, Connell, and Bennett have all had strong tournaments so far, and it is Samaya Connell who captains the side today in this group game. St. Vincent and the Grenadines are in search of their first goal of the tournament. Of course, they are playing for points on the board. They cannot qualify for the Concacaf Under-20 Women's Championship, but that doesn't mean there isn't plenty to play for today. Sweetly St. Jean from Haiti is our center official today for the first of two. The crew is represented by Haiti, Honduras, and Mexico. Eves Bertholo is the captain of Martinique in the red. Briefly there on the right, let's look at Jean-Marc Givau's starting 11 for Martinique in totality here. And of course, the first name to look at is Eden Dincuff, who has scored the only goal that Martinique has so far in this tournament. They're expecting big things from her today as well. And with Shannon Beavis leading the line up front, it's a very stacked midfield that includes the captain Bertholo, Dincuff the goal scorer, Goddard, Peria, and the likes of Alicia, Theo, and company will help at the back on the defensive side of the equation. Martinique are in fourth right now in this group on goal differential. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, three worse behind them in that category. However, a win could potentially get them level with Cuba in third place. And of course, they play later on tonight against Canada. That's a big game with a lot on the line. The jeopardy of advancing is gone from this group for these two teams. However, pride, finding those moments, those memories, and scoring more goals, gaining the experience, that's all very much up for grabs here today in our first game. It is what is so great about this tournament, the experience throughout it that you gain to get better moving forward as a group. And Martinique will kick us off in their reds from head to toe. St. Vincent and the Grenadines defend on the left-hand side of your screen in their greens with the gold netting trim on the shoulders and down the front. Again, Jean St. Jacques happy to be with you for this one. First of two in San Cristobal today, and it's an early throw-in for Martinique on the far side. Finding moments, creating memories, finishing the tournament strong. It's something that coaches talk about no matter where you're playing all the time in tournaments like this. Just because they're eliminated doesn't mean there's not plenty to play for here today in our first of two. Nice spin by Bertholo, the captain. The pass, though, was astray. It's a good step on this near side, and then a chance for Mariani Goddard to control, number 10 in red for Martinique. Good step in by Erika Hooper, who's going to lead that front line along with Nevaeh Richards, 13 and 9 respectively in the darker greens. This is Hooper trying to slice her way through. It's well defended by Naya Peria. Challenge does come in. Referee allows play to continue down this far side. Can St. Vincent and the Grenadines find a chance here in the opening minute and a half? No cross comes in, but a throw-in allows them to continue their push up the field. Andrew James made some nice headway down that far side. An opportunity could potentially knock here. Connell, the captain, will take the throw. And this has been one of the tougher groups in this qualifying round. No question about that. The top three have been as good as any in this tournament so far. Cuba and Canada, but then you look at El Salvador at the top as well. This ball was played through well through the middle. Dealt with by Tishana James out of her goal for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now Goddard for Martinique. Nice step in defensively by Leona Barrow. Martinique keeps it in possession. Ball is played out wide. Connell with the step defensively as the ball was played to Lorraine Scaron. And it's a throw. Cornelius Huggins, the coach for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, hoping they can get on the score sheet today and potentially get some points up on the board as well. It's going to go St. Vincent and the Grenadines' way on that far side. Jean-Marc Chivot from Martinique. They've scored already in this tournament, but they are looking for their first points as well, trying to finish this group off in a very strong fashion. Of course, because this group has 5 teams, and actually there was a 6th team that was supposed to be in this group. The U.S. Virgin Islands did have to withdraw from the tournament, unfortunately. There is a match day to come in this group in a couple of days' time. This is the penultimate match day in Group A. Cuba takes on St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a couple of days' time on Saturday. And then the big one, Canada-El Salvador, will go head-to-head. And potentially, depending on the result in our second game today, that could be for all the marbles on the final match day coming up on Saturday. And just to reiterate, that also makes it a nice scenario for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They do have one more game after this. This is Martinique's last game of this group stage qualifier. So they want to finish it off strong. St. Vincent and the Grenadines could make a bit of headway. They can't qualify, of course, because El Salvador have been so good in this tournament so far. To 9 points. They have yet to drop any points in this tournament. Here's a chance for Martinique in the meanwhile. It nearly fell kindly for Goddard. And then a shot is blocked by Eden Dincuff on the edge of the penalty area. She took aim. And it's deflected out for a goal kick. Good pressure from Martinique. Well, Goddard and Dincuff are going to be 2 of the players to watch here in the attack for Martinique. Dincuff was able to score in the 3-1 loss to El Salvador that Martinique suffered on match day 2. They lost 15-0 to Canada, but who hasn't? Canada has been so tough in this tournament. St. Vincent and the Grenadines lost 12-0 to them, lost 10-0 to El Salvador, have also been sparkling so far, but Martinique lost 2-0 to Cuba on match day 3 as the offside flag goes up here on the far side. And it seemed like they've been getting better with every game, especially from a defensive standpoint. And again, such a difficult group with some of the class in the region showing itself. Near side Goddard wrestles it away from Bennett, crosses it into the middle. James is there to corral it.
James up. Challenge Nivier.
Dincuff. Nice challenge initially, comes flying in, but Martinique keep possession. It's poked out wide and the offside flag is up. It's a lovely finish. It will not count. Assistant referee on the far side all over it. It's Vivian Herrera from Honduras. And it's a St. Vincent and the Grenadines free kick. Martinique win it back from the ensuing set-piece opportunity. Dincuff floats it over the top. Had to be dealt with defensively by Kendra Finlay, it was. St. Vincent and the Grenadines trying to clear their lines. It's not been easy. Martinique keep heaping on the early pressure. Richards comes out with it. And in the end, they do win a throw on the far side. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that is. some defending for Martinique to do. As Naya Peria takes no chances, concede the throw. So potentially trying to get Leah Povar a pass in goal. Goalkeeper for Martinique today. Bertolo captains the side for Martinique, as that's chested down to a dangerous area. And it fell for a pretty good chance. The shot in the end is curled wide. Enrica Hooper, he couldn't believe her luck, but it was a tough angle to take on the shot from there and just wasn't able to put it on frame. That looks to be a shoulder, but the referee, I think, is going to bring this back. Oh, it's actually going to be a free kick for a foul instead. Shoulder was clean. It's above the sleeve. Good spot by the referee. Martinique keeps it with a set-piece opportunity. Richards was threaded through, but it's cleared upfield. Goddard can run onto this for Martinique. Needed a better touch, but she keeps it in front of her. Yanni Goddard's cross into the middle. It still could fall for a chance, and Davis for a moment had an opportunity to take a shot, but she was closed down. Now in transition, ball is played in behind, and a poor touch leads it right into the path of Pulvar, who's able to clear flag it. The first look, it stayed down. That could have been a really big chance for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It didn't materialize. Martinique concede a free kick at the end of the sequence, but a bit of an end-to-end game broke out there. Martinique had a chance through Goddard at one end. And at the other end, Pulvar, as she does here, had to come off her line and clear it before a 1v1 broke out at the back. And again, looked like the flag had stayed down. Only time would have told in that scenario. In the end, the attack never came together. And that could have been such a big moment for St. Vincent and the Grenadines as well, because they haven't scored yet at this tournament, trying to find that elusive first goal of this qualifying campaign. They have this game and the game on Saturday against Cuba to find it. And 10 minutes gone, I think Martinique can say they've been the better side, just barely so far. They've created a few more chances, but St. Vincent and the Grenadines have had the best chance so far, just didn't get the touch right on the back end. Referee allows play to continue. Hope that might have hit a hand. Goalkeeper comes off her line, I think, and handled that. Referee didn't see it. Play continues. Well, Tishana James comes out of the penalty area there and blocks it. You have to be inside the penalty area as a goalkeeper to handle the ball. And I think the assistant, Vivian Herrera, spotted it. And I believe this is going to be brought back for a free kick. Now, should there have been a card that come out here, because that could have denied Martinique a goal-scoring opportunity. It was tough to tell live if it was an obvious denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Sounds like there is a discussion going on. I'm not sure if that is the subject of it. Martinique do have the free kick, but is the referee going to take a further step here? James comes well out of the penalty area. Well, Jean-Marc Chivo, you could hear him and the rest of the staff asking for it. It's just going to be a yellow card for James. And the yellow card is for deliberate handball, but again, we might need another look if we get it to see, but was it the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity from Martinique perspective? That's the question they were asking. In the end, it's just a yellow, and it's a free kick for Lorraine Scarron to try and take aim at goal. Have to give Vivian Herrera, the assist on the far side, a lot of the credit here. She spotted it. And confirmation of the goalkeeper yellow for James. It's a sequence you don't see very often. Here's the look at it. It's tough to tell. Is that ball going to go in? That's the real question. But again, because it was swatted away so quickly, we may never know. But that is why the question was asked. Diana Perez has stepped in as well here to have a word. Is this discussion going to continue on here? Vivian Herrera, again, put her flag up. It's going to stay the way it is. Scarron will curl one, and James is in the right place to catch. I was just going to say, it's a situation you don't see happen very often. James just misjudged the ball, didn't realize she had left the penalty area. Nothing really in the end, besides a yellow card, comes of it for Martinique. But again, the question remains, was that ball on its way in? If it was, that card color may have been different. Goddard plays it centrally, and it's cleared out for a Martinique throw. Richards on the turn. Richards is able to briefly get back in there, but it's cleared ahead. And the pass back to the goalkeeper is just enough for Pulver, but she miskicks it. St. Vincent and the Grenadines are in, and they score! Pulver didn't corral it. Erika Hooper gets in behind and scores the first goal of the tournament for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. What a moment for them. You feel for Leah Pulver here. The pass back initially was good from Nicolo, but Pulver takes a touch and miskicks it. And in the end, give Hooper all the credit for taking a risk, and it pays off. First goal of the tournament for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and inside of 15 minutes, they're 1-0 up, just like that. Offside flag is up against Martinique here. Well, what a moment for Cornelius Huggins' side. They've been waiting for their moment all tournament long. It comes 15 minutes into match day 4. Their third game of the tournament, their first goal of the tournament. Erika Hooper provides that spark. That pressure on Pulvar is really what paid off there. And again, you feel for Leah Pulvar. That was not her intention. Didn't get enough on it to clear it. And in the end, Martinique do pay the price. Well, that must have been just the start that Coach Huggins and his side were hoping for. Take advantage of the mistake. That's sometimes the difference in games. Mistakes will happen, I should say. No one's perfect. But Leah Pulvar, you have to feel for her. She's had a good tournament. Just makes a brief lapse of judgment and is not able to get back onto the ball in time. Scarron trying to send it forward again towards the penalty area. It's dealt with, and it's out for a throw. Nice ball into the middle here, but too close to James in goal. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines can reset. And the biggest thing for Jean-Marc Chivo's side is now to stay focused. There was a chance they could have had a chance at the other end earlier as that's headed down. James followed through there. Referee comes in and points to the penalty spot. James follows through there. on Shannon Davis. Here's the challenge. The header goes centrally. James follows through. And it looks like Martinique, I should say, have been given a penalty. Well, earlier James handled the ball outside the penalty area. This is the other part. She's on a yellow card here. I don't know if Davis is okay, as now the concern switches over to Cornelius Huggins and his side. Not for the injury, but for a potential penalty here. Well, just about everything and anything has happened in these first 18 minutes. Martinique briefly felt that there should have been a sending off for James for the handling of the ball outside of the penalty area. It was just a yellow card. And I think because this was a penalty, James has been saved by a bit of double jeopardy here. Because that, oh, maybe not. I take that back. It's a second yellow. And she's gone. A straight red card, or beg your pardon, 2 yellows into a red card for James. Well, I beg your pardon, the referee has not only given the penalty, but James has been sent off. St. Vincent and the Grenadines are down to 10, and they might have to make a change here, because now someone has to try and save the penalty. Well, at times you see referees not give the second yellow there because a penalty's already been given. James has been given a second yellow and is gone. They're a goal up for a moment now, but now St. Vincent and the Grenadines are down to 10, and Anjan Rocher is going to have to come in to potentially save this penalty, and that means that Cornelius Huggins has to sacrifice an outfield player. And it looks like Nevaeh Richards is going to be the player he's going to take off. What a wild first 20 minutes this has been. So Richards will be substituted off. Roach will come on as the backup goalkeeper. St. Vincent and the Grenadines for now are up a goal. Penalty upcoming. And they're down to 10 for the rest of the match. Confirmation of the change. Roach's first action is to try and save a Martinique spot kick. And it is going to be Eden Dinkov who scored the other goal for Martinique in the tournament so far. And it's saved by Roach. Can you believe it? She comes off the bench and saves St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's remarkable stuff. It stays 1-0. It's not a bad penalty. Maybe the height could have been a little bit lower on it. It's a marvelous save. First touch of the game. It leads to a corner. Now St. Vincent and the Grenadines are still down to 10, but that's a huge moment. From the corner, Dinkov shoots, tries for redemption, can't get it to go. Goddard blocked. It's still not definitively cleared. Only cleared as far as Theo. And now St. Vincent and the Grenadines can come out with it. My goodness. What a remarkable start to this game. Everything you can think of has happened. Somehow St. Vincent and the Grenadines are still in front. They're down a player. Their backup goalkeeper is now in and is a hero for now. Incredible stuff. Well, now, down a player, St. Vincent and the Grenadines are looking for a second goal, if you can believe it. It's a missed kick in behind. Hooper goes down. Maybe a brief appeal for a penalty. Referee doesn't see anything wrong with it. We play on. And Dinkov trying to send Martinique on their way. Ball is played in behind, and then it's a missed kick. And Martinique have a throw. Well, take a breath. This game has just burst into life in these last 10 minutes. Now Martinique are trying to get back on level terms. Nice run through the middle. Bartholo, the captain, now Dinkov. Playing centrally again. Dinkov, who again missed the penalty, is fouled here. And Martinique have a free kick. Well, you feel for Polvar for letting the goal in. Dinkov, who's been so good, arguably Martinique's player of the tournament, misses the penalty, at least has it saved. But the good news for Jean-Marc Chivo's side is that there's a lot of time left, and they have a player advantage for that entirety of time that we have left. Goddard from the free kick. Wasn't quite able to time it up. Tried to hit it first time. Roach comes up with it again. What a crazy sequence that was just a moment ago. Coming off the bench because Coach Cornelius Huggins knew he had to sacrifice an outfield player to get a goalkeeper on. Sometimes you'll see teams, depending on the scenario, put an outfield player in goal. Has happened. Coach Huggins relying on one of his two goalkeepers on the bench. He picks Roach, it pays off. Bartholo trying to make some headway, and then a follow through will lead to a foul and a free kick for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You think these two teams have nothing to play for? Think again. We've already seen almost a game's worth of action, and we haven't even played 25 minutes. Almost threaded through by the goal scorer Hooper, but it's cut out. Now Martinique can push it forward into the attacking third. Chance to cross, a chance for the equalizing goal, and it is sent wide from Shannon Beavis, who just couldn't put it on target. A lovely run in behind by Hurley there. Pass was good. Finish was well struck, just not on target. Referee sees an infraction on the far side. It is a foul. Scaron trying to make her way down the side. It is a free kick.
All right, so Kenja, be mindful of inside. Come.
As we get past the 25th minute, we will have a hydration break. And I think we, not only the players, I think we at home need them as well. All of you watching out there. We can recap what's been a rather wild story here in San Cristobal. It was pretty even through the first 10 to 12 minutes of this game, and then a mistake from Leah Polvar, a missed kick at the back led to the opening goal. Erika Hooper was able to equalize. Then, or I should say before, there was a yellow card for Tashana James for handling the ball outside of the penalty area on a shot attempt. Martinique were asking the question if the ball was going to go in. Should it have been a red card? The referee stuck with just the yellow. Then the Hooper goal happens. The miscue by Polvar, you felt for her, still do. It was just such a tough moment for a player who's been solid this tournament at times for Martinique. But then the craziness really picked up as Tashana James committed a second foul inside of the penalty area. It was a second yellow. She was sent off. And then Anjan Roach came on as St. Vincent and the Grenadines went down to 10. Roach comes off the bench to save the spot kick that ensued from Eden Dinkov. Then Martinique from the corner had two chances to score. They couldn't. Two big blocks in the middle by St. Vincent and the Grenadines' back line. And despite being a goal up, St. Vincent and the Grenadines are down a player. And out of the hydro break, have a set piece to defend with Martinique back on the attack. Is that enough drama for you or what? My goodness.
Kenja look behind. Semaya behind.
From the set piece. It's hit in with quite a bit of pace, but Roach corrals.
You could get Kante. Push it again. Again, Kante, you get Shina. Right, Yacho, yeah. Hey, go back and help. Right there, Leona, come over. Right, stay right there, that's you. That's you, Kenja, chop right hand. Yes.
Concacaf was the target of the ball thrown in.
She come in.
Ball is played out of play on this near side with Martinique continuing their attack.
Kante, go. Kante. Leona, Jen, come and let her know. Leona, come there. Squeeze it, overshare. No, again. Jen. No shot.
Could fall for Concacaf, here it does. She tries to get through a couple of defenders,
Good boy, Kenja.
but she did extend the arm, didn't she, on the way through. It is a foul and a free kick, and St. Vincent the Grenadines can relieve some of the pressure from Martinique, although not for very long. The kick is won back by, initially, Hurley.
Again.
Ball is played centrally, cut out by Connell, the captain, and she sends it up towards midfield.
Stay right there. Kante, don't move. Stay right there. Right, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right. No problem. One, you come now, come. James, Bennett.
Robar,
Right, Kante,
and again, try to get linked up there with Goddard. It didn't quite materialize. Martinique still have it. Just floated over the top. Concacaf trying to send a ball out wide. It's still with Martinique.
not yet, Bennett.
Hurley is going to shoot. It's blocked on the edge of the penalty area.
Close up again.
Goddard had the right idea. Concacaf was through the middle.
No problem, Jim.
Gets cleared away.
If they shine inside. Kante, why is the G always watching on happy tell you?
Oh, lovely skill on that far side to make some space. Cross into the middle initially is blocked. And it is still with Martinique. They continue to try and keep possession, but finally they're forced back out, and it's a St. Vincent and the Grenadines throw as we approach the half an hour mark.
Don't let me call you again, eh? Kenja, come up. Semaya. Shoot over the top and down. Arika, go down. Again. Bennett inside. Kenja. Right, you should say so. Go right there.
If you're just joining us, St. Vincent and the Grenadines are down to 10. Tashana James, the goalkeeper, with 2 yellow cards. Despite being ahead, they're down a player. Roach, though, has been the hero for St. Vincent and the Grenadines since being substituted on. She's already saved a penalty with her first touch of the game and has kept her side in front. Rika Hooper scored St. Vincent and the Grenadines' first goal of this tournament as Roach picks up the pieces on a scraped attempt by Beavis and can reset. Oh, Roach fumbled that, it looked like. Really gave away a big opportunity. Goddard trying to keep it alive. It's well defended on this near side by Kishana Bennett, and it is a corner for Martinique. From the corner. Oh, it was a good flicked on header. Just wide in the end. Peria did really well to get her head to it. Nearly redirected it on target, but just needed a further touch at the back post.
Oh, Varika! Go straight, don't stop! Right, push on the pressure.
Concacaf
Don't miss second.
tried to thread it through. Good defending from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Again, a player light. They continue to stand firm at the back. Underneath a lot of Martinique pressure. And they're going to win a free kick here after Dinkov was a little too overzealous. There's the challenge. A little bit of a high boot there from Dinkov. And in the end, Andrew James got the worst of it, but won a free kick. And now St. Vincent the Grenadines looking for a second. The shot was from Ayante Warren. She was blocked. Goddard for Martinique. Dinkov tried to play Goddard in behind, but it was cut out. Warren trying to get it back. Well defended by Peria, who's been everywhere, it seems like, at times in this first half. Curling ball in behind. Flag is up. And the sequence ends abruptly for Martinique. Hooper's on the chase, scored the first goal. Might get a chance to run onto this, but she's bundled over. It's deemed to be a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. And Martinique do, in the end, clear their lines. Lovely turn from Goddard. Can she find a teammate? Oh, the ball through was nearly perfect. Roach comes off her line. It's a deflection, and it's out for a corner kick. Well, that could have gone anywhere. A bit of a reminder there from the touchline as to who can call for the ball there. Looked like that was deflected off of a, I beg your pardon, it was off of a Martinique player in the end. It's a goal kick. Which in the end lives to tell the tale as far as that play was concerned. Martinique's pressure has continued to give them opportunities to try and find an equalizing goal. Another good chance here. It's floated over the top. Roach spills it. Chance on the turn. It's Goddard's chance. And she sends it just wide of the goal. Oh, Roach again, a little bit nervy at the back. Goddard, it was a really good effort. Just needed to curl it ever so slightly. And it stays 1-0. And Goddard is actually not going to be substituted off. That's her last action of the game. Phoebe Beaudry is going to replace her. I hope that this isn't an injury-related substitution. Goddard's had a very good half. Beaudry comes on to replace her. Dinkov wins it back for Martinique. Lovely ball roll through the middle initially by Berthola, but she's dispossessed. Martinique hold on to it. And in the end, the ball is played in behind. Roach is too close to it for any red shirt to get on the end of it. And we have 9 minutes left in what's been a thrilling first half and could get more thrilling here. Beaudry handles the ball as Roach miskicks it. Another chance for Martinique. But once again, Roach is able to breathe a sigh of relief. Beaudry into the middle. That one is easy for Roach. Ball is one back high up the field for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Can they make something of it? Martinique's so physical at the back. They're able to deal with it rather easily initially. Deflects out as Robar was there on the back end. Robar again. It's deflected back out. Well, Cornelius Huggins and Jean-Marc Chivot, the two coaches, have been put through the ringer in this first half. Just wild range of emotions on multiple occasions. It's maybe one of the more eventful 1-0 games in the first half you'll see. I do want to apologize for people that just joined us because you missed quite a first 20 minutes, 25 minutes of this game. Cleared up field by Finlay. Referee sees an infraction, might have been handled there on the control. Martinique will get a free kick opportunity. Ball is curled in behind for Beaudry, but Beaudry's run was a little too early, and the flag wipes it out. It's offside. Beaudry had a bit of a follow-through at the end. Has to be careful. Play was already over. Can't kick the ball at an opponent like that at the end of a play. Ball is sent forward for Hooper, the goal scorer. Stood up to the initial challenge well, but then lost her balance for a split second. And with 5 minutes left, plus potentially some stoppage time at the end of the half, it's back with Martinique. Referees brought this back for a free kick. Can St. Vincent and the Grenadines add on to their lead? They're down a player. They're down to 10 for the remainder of this game. But with the lead intact, can they add on before we get to halftime? That could be potentially a big moment in the match. Cooper tries to slip in behind again. Ball is deflected out. It looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Ball is curled centrally. Nearly rolled up onto the arm of Finlay there, but play's allowed to continue. Nice little push and chase by Barrow. Barrow is brought back a little bit. Referee spots it. It's a free kick. Warren was in the middle, but it was Leona Barrow who made the space appear. And it is a set-piece opportunity for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And about 3 minutes left, plus potentially some injury time at the end of the half. What can they make of it?
Hey,
Ball takes a few steps further after the referee did mark that out. Peria was booked for that, by the way, as the shot slips out of Povar's hands. She holds her hands up, and it's a corner kick. Peria, by the way, the first player for Martinique to be booked in the half. And the team in front has another chance here at a set piece. Warren sends it in. Ball was able to bounce, but Hooper tried to keep it alive, not for very long. It is served back into the penalty area for Hooper to run onto. Tried to volley it out of the air. Now can Martinique counterattack? Baudry tried to send it through. Flag would have gone up if Scaron made a touch on it. Roach has it and lofts it forward. The sliding challenge comes in. Referee says it's clean. We play on. Nice battle in the middle of the park there. It's going to be a free kick for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A bit of frustration there from the Martinique point of view. It's Peria, who has to be careful. Again, just picked up a yellow. Last thing you want to do is to even this back up at 10 players each, with Martinique down a goal but having an extra player. That is going to be something to keep an eye on as this game progresses into the second half. An elbow was thrown in there by Warren, trying to control that. Warren wins the ball back. Here comes Hooper, the goal scorer. And Anika Hooper stays on her feet. Maybe could have gone down there to try to win a penalty. Instead, it's a throw-in for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As we approach injury time at the end of a wild first half, to say the least. And this first half will have 2 more added minutes. Whistle goes.
How do we control it?
It's going to be brought back. This will allow, as we approach the midway point of injury time, for St. Vincent and the Grenadines to maybe push for one more attack. From the throw. Hooper was the target. It's lofted high into the air. And purely, it'll stay with the team in front, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with about a minute left in this first half. Although I think Martinique just went on and took it. I'm pretty sure that's a St. Vincent and the Grenadines throw. Martinique just tried to take it back. Can't do that. Is there time for one last twist at the end of the first 45? Team Cuff fighting for it with Jackson. One back by Barrow. Barrow pushes forward. She's nudged off of it. Martinique come out with it. And the ball forward is blocked. That's a foul and a free kick going Martinique's way. We've had the 2 added minutes at the end of this first half. This will likely be the last act of it, you would think. And Nicolo is going to take the set piece. Referee blows her whistle. And a very intriguing first half in San Cristobal comes to a close. St. Vincent and the Grenadines took the lead. Then they went down to 10 and saved a penalty, all within the first 20 minutes. And since then, it has remained the same. But despite being up a goal, Martinique are up a player. And there's 45, luckily for us, big minutes still to come. Great first half. St. Vincent and the Grenadines lead at the half by 1-0. Sean St. Jacques back here with you, getting you set for the start of the second half. St. Vincent and the Grenadines leading Martinique by a goal to nil. Saw there that St. Vincent and the Grenadines did make a change at halftime. Leona Barrow has come off. And Nasheka Prescott has come on to replace her, number 6 in green for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who are up a goal, but they are down a player for the duration. A second yellow card for Tashana James in the first half has St. Vincent and the Grenadines down to 10. They lead, but Martinique has been really pushing down at the door for a good majority of the game so far, but can they find an equalizing goal? Roach there has had a huge game, came on as a substitute, saved a penalty with her first touch of the match, has kept the lead intact so far. But Martinique know that they're up a player, and they still have opportunities to potentially turn this around after 20 of the most peculiar minutes of soccer you'll see to start this game. It somewhat evened out after that, but Martinique certainly had the better of the chances. And now we await to see what follows after a really intriguing first half of play in Group A. St. Vincent and the Grenadines kick us off to start the second half. And obviously teams have switched sides, so they'll be attacking from right to left. Nearly had a good opportunity there right at the start. But in the end, a touch forces Martinique forward instead, and they get out of it. But they do give the ball back via a throw. Martinique are down a goal, but up a player. What can they do with that advantage despite trailing? Again, this is the penultimate match day in Group A. Saturday provides the final match day. You see there's the confirmation of the halftime sub. Barrow out, Prescott in for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a foul and a free kick, conceded by Nicolò. Can the leaders take another chance from this? Ball is sent in, it takes a deflection. It was attempted to be blocked out, but there's still work to be done with on the back end. Whistle goes. Looks like it's going to be a free kick in the end. Cornelius Huggins looks on, head coach for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Had to make some very key decisions in that first half, and the fact that his team is still ahead, got to give him, his staff, and his players a ton of credit for keeping themselves in front, considering all that happened in the first half. That was handled. Foul and a free kick. Another battle for it in the midfield. It's a late challenge here. This is Eden Dincup, who's been involved in a lot of that play in the midfield in this game so far. The only goal scorer for Martinique in this qualifying round. She concedes the free kick. Just a brief recap of what happened in the first half. Tashana James was the original goalkeeper for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, although I have to get back to that in a second. Running behind here, Boudreau, but the flag is up. Offside is given. And Baudry is set back to once she came. Was just a little too early. James had the first yellow card on a handling of a ball outside of the penalty area. Could have easily been a straight red. Referee just gave a yellow card for it. Then, on a miscue by Leah Polvar at the other end, Enrica Hooper scored St. Vincent and the Grenadines' first goal of the tournament in the 15th minute. Then at the other end, Tashana James committed a foul again inside the penalty area this time. She was given a second yellow and a sending off. And then Anjan Roach came on as a substitute to replace one of the attacking players and ended up saving the penalty with her first touch of the game, denying Eden Dincuff from the spot. Martinique got a corner out of it. They nearly scored twice from that ensuing corner. But somehow, some way, it stayed 0-0, and I should say it stayed 1-0, and it's still 1-0. Eden Dincuff trying to change that and make amends for the penalty. She puts in a great ball. It is headed high into the air and cleared out of the penalty area. But it's looped right back in. And Scaron didn't get a touch to it. If she had, she may have turned right into space to shoot. Roach and company will reset instead. Oh, Scaron nearly won it right back inside the penalty area. Really has been the Martinique press when it's been applied. It's created their best chances when they've won the ball back high up the field. That's when they've created a lot of their chances. Oh, it's a lovely give and go through the middle. And maybe a couple more touches were needed from Beavis. She had space in front of her. She drags the shot wide instead. This is the last game of the group stage for Martinique. Again, both teams have already been eliminated from this, or at least they eliminated from the chance of progressing to the Under-20 Women's Championship. But St. Vincent the Grenadines gets to play one more time against Cuba on Saturday. So this will not be their last game of the tournament. They get one more run at it. Now they've got a goal to their name, and maybe they have 3 points going into that game. A chance to maybe catch Cuba, depending on how our second game today goes. There's a foul and a free kick for Martinique on this near side. Yeah, this is the first of two in San Cristobal today. Take a look at this foul. Shove in the back there from Jeffrey. Canada and Cuba to follow. Teams they're currently in second and third in this group. Everyone looking up at El Salvador coming into the day. El Salvador will play Canada on the final match day this Saturday. And that could decide the group. Scaron is a bit slow to continue. Scaron is off the pitch for the moment. Waiting to return, it appears. Set piece upcoming. And Scaron, because she's off the field, it's going to be 10v10 for this passage of play. Dincuff on the short take. Recycles it. It's lofted back into the middle, and the header is down, and the header is in. Naya Perea equalizes for Martinique. And 8 minutes into the second half, the girls in red are level. It's one each. The ball is placed in brilliantly by the captain Bertholo. And in the end, Perea leaps highest to equalize for Martinique. And now, St. Vincent the Grenadines are down a player, and the game is level. Can Martinique really turn this game around now after a big, big moment from a set piece? Perea's first goal of the tournament, just the second goal scorer for Martinique. And their pressure does pay off. They've been applying it for half an hour of game time, and they have reaped the benefits of it. Baudry now trying to get into the attack. Could that be the spark for Martinique to really turn this around? It goes into the middle, chance to do that right away. Flag is up against Shannon Beavis, who could have finished it, but in the end it wouldn't have counted. Now there is the current hero for Martinique, Peria, using her height, but also using her leaping ability. It was a very, very smart finish inside the penalty area. Knew exactly what to do with it. And Jean-Marc Chivot and Martinique have to feel like that is thoroughly deserved, and you'd be hard-pressed to argue with him. Now St. Vincent and the Grenadines try to get back onto it. It's deflected in behind. Hooper's in, but can't finish as Pulvar comes up with a big save. Maybe a moment of redemption for her. Hooper scored the first goal. Nearly, with her team shorthanded, scored again. Just a reminder that there's still a lot of time left and anything can happen in this game. After everything did happen in the first half. Prescott, the substitute, a bit slow to get up at the end of the challenge. Connell forward, a player did go down there. Referee allows play to continue. Pulvar had no trouble with it. I think Hooper was the target. Scarron. It's cleared further upfield. Martinique will retake a throw. This must have been just the start to the second half that Martinique were hoping for. They've gotten an equalizing goal, and now with a man, or I should say, beg your pardon, player advantage, they could see themselves maybe going on from here and winning this game. Hooper, it's so dangerous. Gets in behind again. Arika Hooper is brought down. It's a penalty. Referee points to the spot. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines can take the lead again. Well, Hooper had nobody up there with her. It's the two goal scorers that end up colliding here. Faria's challenge. Ooh, she does get quite a bit of the ball there. And she has been booked. That's her second yellow card, I believe. She's already been booked. I believe Peria has already been booked here. If that's the case, it's going to be 10 versus 10 the rest of the way. Referee, I think, is confirming this. And that is it. Martinique are down to 10 as well. Peria, who scored the equalizing goal moments ago, is sent off. And by the looks of the replay, it might be quite a harsh decision. But now it's 10 v 10, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines can take the lead once more. Goodness gracious me. It's 1-1, it's 10 on 10, and now Pulvar looks for a moment of redemption. We haven't even played an hour. Can St. Vincent and the Grenadines grab the lead back. Oh, the penalty's been dragged wide. It's been missed. Samaya Connell, the captain, can't hit the target. And we're still level. Polvar feels redeemed. Connell can't believe it. And for those that have been watching the first 59 minutes, I'd imagine you can't believe it either. What a wild, wild game this has been. Tied at 1, both teams down to 10. Half an hour still to go. Oh, you feel for Connell, captains tend to take the responsibility in that situation, and she just wasn't able to hit the target. Polvar will know the feeling. She gave away the first goal with a miscue at the back in the first half, 15 minutes in. And just added to the list of wild and epic drama that this group match has provided today.
Yes, Jen, good.
What on earth is going to happen next?
Going again. Etesha, she there behind. Good. Now you go to her.
We told you earlier that both of these teams cannot progress, but this is why we love to play the games, have to play these games. You just never know what's going to happen.
In the hole. Right. Good. Kenja chop, Etesha chop.
Still 29 minutes left in this game. We still have another game to come. Canada will play Cuba next. Not sure how they're going to follow this up. Ball is played in behind. Beaudry tries to keep it in. Flag is up. And offside is given. St. Vincent the Grenadines will recycle it. It is a free kick.
Sometimes we fall down, but so we get back up, okay? So make the mistake. Come on, let's go. Don't chop your head. Etesha up with her. Same, you stay right there to cover if it's anything.
Spare a thought as well for Naya Peria. The replay we saw almost vindicated her challenge. Referee saw the back end of it, so you can't blame her, but on a second look, I'm not sure if it would have been a yellow card for the challenge. Possibly not a penalty either, but again, tough to tell. It ended up evening out, and now Martinique want the lead. A shot does come in. Roach is able to field it. Nice effort, marauding through there by the substitute. Maybe Beaudry trying to find the back of the net. Martinique will get the ball back on that far side. Free kick for Martinique. Nicolo will take it, trying to get this into the penalty area. Give one of her teammates a chance to maybe get on the end of it. Beaudry gets it.
Yes, sir, you can get it again.
Nicolo was able to recycle it. Bertolo set up the goal for Martinique. Shot is blocked on the way through. Dincuff initially taking aim. Scaron. wins a corner for Martinique. Concacaf, who had a penalty saved in the first half, whips it in. It's over everybody's head. Baudry trying to get on the end of it. It's cleared away. Nicola will have to try and chase it back.
Don't stop. You can get it. Yes,
Great pressure from Hooper, and it leads to a chance here for St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the break. It's a good last-ditch challenge on the recovery run by Robar, and the counterattack in the end fizzles out. It needed the good effort from Robar to get to that point. Comes a change for St. Vincent and the Grenadines here. Cherish Laborde is going to come on. And Kayante Warren will leave us. If you're just tuning in, 1 goal apiece, 1 red card apiece. Both teams are down to 10 for the remainder. And just bucket loads of drama. Is that deflected off an arm? Referee allows play to continue. Concacaf has it dispossessed. Out from under her. Nicolo. Bertholo, the captain. Now Scaron. Scaron is challenged but wins a throw. 25 minutes left. Martinique playing their last game of this qualifying round. St. Vincent and the Grenadines do have 1 more to come. Not sure it'll provide as much wild and crazy drama as this one has. The goal scorer, Arika Hooper. Hooper is brought down. That's a free kick. Arika Hooper stays down for the time being. Jessica Nicolo's challenge was rash. Stuck a leg out there at the end. Coach Huggins was asking the referee for a booking there. But Arika Hooper is still down. Hooper scored back in the 15th minute. Cornelius Huggins looks on. You just wonder what's going through the coaches' minds about how they've felt about the way this game is played out. I'm sure no one would have told, if you had told them this had happened, all of this had happened 76 minutes in, I don't think they would have believed you. An impromptu hydro break is broken out while Hooper is being looked after. That's the life of a coach, right? You have to stay with the ebbs and flows. I think a few tributaries have formed from the wild twists and turns we've had in this game. Hooper is getting ready to come back on. There's a conversation going on with Coach Huggins and our 4th official, Diana Perez, on the near touchline. I wonder if that was over a potential booking. Diana Perez did great as a center official yesterday in Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic game against Guyana. Had the pleasure of commentating on that game. Another great game in this Concacaf Women's Under-20 qualifying group stage. Deflected out, throw-in for St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the far side.
Chin up, chin up, go up. Right, stay right, so.
Nice turn into space. The initial great run into the early parts of the penalty area. Ends up being canceled out by a heavy touch as Cherish Laborde was trying to get in behind and create something for one of her teammates in the middle.
Swing wide and recover.
This is one of those games where just not worth trying to guess what's going to happen next. Just wanted to see what's going to happen next. Hooper stays on side here. Arika Hooper is in, and she can't quite find the back of the net. I think some of her teammates thought that she had scored. The ball went just wide and behind the net. You heard some of the cheers. For a brief moment, it looked like the net had rippled from the inside. It's a wonderful run from Hooper, and you can tell why there was confusion. For a brief moment, it looked like it had gone in. It just went wide. Add it to the list of wild moments in this game. Give Arika Hooper a lot of credit. It's a brilliant run. Slashing her way through two defenders, but just couldn't hit the target. So unlucky. And we have 20 minutes left. Ball is played in behind, and Beaudry just can't quite get the run right today on that far side. Offside flag again is up. Looks like in the 71st minute, there will be an official hydro break. Well, this game picked up right where it left off at the end of a incredibly enthralling first half. We've had more and more drama in half number 2. Both teams are down to 10 for the remainder of this group stage match. Game was tied at 1 off a great header from Naya Peria, but she was sent off moments later for a second yellow card on a challenge inside of the penalty area. St. Vincent and the Grenadines had a chance to take the lead from that penalty kick, but the chance was spurned wide by the captain, Samaya Connell. And after all of the wildness and borderline insanity of the first half, it's continued to get more and more interesting in this second half. Sean St. Jacques here with you. We've enjoyed every second of it. As far as telling the narrative, it's been a really enticing story. And as the beautiful game tends to do, we've experienced so many different emotions today. And we still have 18 more minutes that could provide us even more. Dincuff, who missed a penalty in the first half. Scarron. Dispossessed. Alicia Teo. Now Dincuff, lovely skill. Taking on all comers. And then finally one too many defenders in her way. And it's cleared out for a throw. Are we in store for some late magic from one of these two teams? Both teams do want to get their first points on the board in this Group A qualifying round. In stance, both would get 1 point, of course, but both teams want to finish with a flourish and get a win under their belt. Again, this is Martinique's last chance to do so. We will see St. Vincent and the Grenadines again on Saturday. Canada will take on Cuba after this one finishes. Baudry tried to play it back. It was taken away high up the field again, Laborde, but she is caught up to and dispossessed. Now Baudry goes the other way for Martinique. And she has the ball taken away, but Martinique do have a throw as we approach the 75th minute. Martinique have it back in possession. Teo Scaron, was that blocked by a hand? It was within the frame. I think they're going to let that go. It's a throw-in. Teo again nearly found Dincuff through two defenders, and then it's another foul and a free kick for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And just a reminder, both teams are down to 10 players. St. Vincent and the Grenadines lost their goalkeeper to Shauna James in the first half for 2 yellow cards, and then it was the goal scorer, Naya Peria, moments after she equalized, picked up a second yellow card, gave away a penalty. That's where we stand. Ishamina Louis is going to come on here meanwhile. And Lorraine Scaron, after a very good shift, it must be said, he's going to bow out of this tournament. But should hold her head very much in the upward direction. And another very strong performance today for Martinique. A bit of a coming together there. Away from the ball, and Dincuff wasn't expecting it, but she has been penalized here, and it is a free kick for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Offside flag is up.
Now what we going to do next?
Hooper trying to sneak in behind. The goal scorers had multiple chances to add on to her tally. Shaker Kidd is going to come on meanwhile. And Deandra James is going to come off. It's a nice hand from Cornelius Huggins, the rest of the staff, and her teammates on the bench. Last few minutes, the game has slowed down just a tad, but I have to expect that with all the energy that's been used, with 10 players each for both sides, with all the drama that's already happened, we could still see a few more twists and turns. Nice move inside, I believe, by Hooper. Couldn't get the shot away in the right direction. Nice step in by Connell. Connell couldn't find a teammate. The attack is snuffed out. Hooper, I think, was in an offside position, didn't go for it. Bit of miscommunication briefly, but Polvar takes charge for Martinique. That's a beautiful back heel down this far side. Red shirt's in the middle to aim at. It's a big chance. It's cut back. Can Martinique finish this off? It falls for Concacaf in the end. And maybe too much time was taken. But it's not cleared yet. Concacaf again. Beaudry will shoot. And it ends up trickling through. And Roach holds after it was almost touched past her. Another big opportunity for Martinique. They get it right back. Louis on the near side, the substitute. Gets past one. Deflects it. And it's going to trickle out for a goal kick. Just over 10 minutes left. Ball sent back into the penalty area. Evis to chase, Roach to collect. Well, Martinique are certainly not satisfied with just the point. They won all three. I have to say, I'm not sure there's been much to really separate the two. It's hard to argue that one deserves it over the other. It's even as far as players, it's even as far as goals, and it's been even with the amount of drama that we've seen that both teams have provided, and it's been an excellent contest. Referee just has a word with one player from each side, Laborde and Robar. There's been a little extracurriculars between those two. Nonetheless, we play on. Oh, there is a moment there. Referee hasn't booked anyone else that hasn't been sent off. Beaudry got the worst of that. No yellow card has been shown, it appears. Beaudry is a little bit slow to continue. It's going to be a Martinique free kick when we restart. Can Nicolo and company find some service? Takes a bounce before it gets to the penalty area. Good battle for it. St. Vincent the Grenadines do clear it. And it is brought back. It's a free kick after good defensive work by Prescott, the substitute. Gets the ball away and was hit on the back of her right boot as she released it. Ball is played in behind. Nicolo lifts it high into the air. Maybe a chance briefly. Laborde, she stays on it and tried to go for the spectacular, but it floats out of play. Both of these teams have given every last ounce of energy. Still 7 minutes plus stoppage time to get through. And we still could see a thrilling finish. The way this game is played out, everything is on the table. It's going to go to Martinique here on the far side via a throw. Well, probably as good a time as ever to recap what's happened. And again, apologies to those that have missed the match. It's just been tremendous drama. Martinique had a chance early in the game to score a goal. It was a lifted attempt over the top of Tishana James, who started the game in goal for St. Vincent and the Grenadines under Cornelius Huggins' coaching. She handled the ball outside of the penalty area. Referee decided to just give her a yellow card. Nothing came of the set piece, but moments later, Arika Hooper scored the first goal of the tournament for St. Vincent and the Grenadines in this group stage. That gave St. Vincent and the Grenadines a 1-0 lead at the time, although Martinique could be in behind here. Chance for Beavis, but she can't get a shot away. Cleared out for a throw. Just a few minutes later in the first half, St. Vincent and the Grenadines ended up seeing Tishana James get sent off. Martinique won a penalty. It was her second yellow, as Roach collects here. So she gets sent off. Roach, who just caught the ball there, comes on to have to try and save the penalty. Her first act of the game. And she does save it from Eden Dinkoff, who just had it a moment ago. Martinique came back. They tied the game in the second half. Peria equalized, and then moments later gave away a penalty and picked up her second yellow. She got sent off. And then from the penalty, Connell dragged it wide and missed it. And that's how we are currently at 1 apiece and 10 players apiece. And Martinique since then have had the better of the chances, better of the moments. But St. Vincent and the Grenadines have had opportunities through as well, mostly through Arika Hooper. Beaudry here wins the ball back. Dinkoff, lovely give and go. Still Dinkoff trying to finish it. It's a great recovery challenge by Prescott. And it's a Martinique corner in the 86th minute. Can Martinique edge out in front and make this comeback happen here in the dying embers of the match? Dinkoff has her cross cut out by Jeffrey at the near post, but the cross is deflected. Chance to recycle it. It's lofted back in. It looked like it was going to go wide anyway, but Roach had it covered one way or another. One of the heroes today for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, along with Arika Hooper. Hooper tries to run onto this. Cleared up field by Bertholo. Played over the top here. Chance for Louis to run onto it. Great captain's work there by Connell on the near side. Well, the assistant referee did see an infraction. It is a free kick. 3 minutes of the 90 still to play. Mateo will get it back into play. Martinique have looked the more likely. Oh, and actually, I think that's a foul throw that's been given there. Yes, it is. St. Vincent and the Grenadines waste no time. Hooper forcing the issue. And the women in green have it deep down here in the Martinique end. Ball is thrown right in. Bertholo trying to feed it through. It's cleared away. Not definitively, though. Prescott. Bertholo. In behind for Hooper. And I was just about to say, I wouldn't be surprised if the offside flag did go up. And it did come in the end. St. Vincent and the Grenadines do win this back for a moment. Cleared back to midfield. Bertholo has space to run into here and has a teammate in the middle, but Hooper is turned around the wrong way. And the flag does go up. Wouldn't have counted even if she did find her way into the penalty area. We have just over a minute left of the 90. One goal apiece, 10 players apiece. Can something separate these two teams here today? If not, Martinique will lead the competition with a well-earned point. St. Vincent and the Grenadines can take a point with them, also well-earned, I should add, into their last game against Cuba in 2 days' time on Saturday. Concacaf, who's been one of the Martinique stars in this tournament, he's slow to continue. And there's still potentially waiting confirmation on injury time. Still to come. Diana Perez is going to tell us exactly how much. 3 more minutes left in this thrilling contest. Beavis takes the shot. Handball appeals from the Martinique players. Referee didn't spot an infraction. We play on. That's a lethal effort, and it stings the bar. What a strike from well outside of the penalty area. It was Baudry who took aim and nearly won the match. What an effort from the substitute. Roach got nowhere near it. And Martinique are unlucky not to take the lead in stoppage time. Phoebe Baudry, I wasn't sure, frankly, if she was going to take the shot on, but what an effort. St. Vincent and the Grenadines get the ball back. She's so unlucky, Baudry. It's a wonderful effort. And if it hits a little bit further down on the bar, it probably would have bounced down and in. St. Vincent and the Grenadines create a chance to maybe snatch all 3 points. They've only got about a minute and a half left to do so, or the points will be shared. And to be fair, that might just be the right result in this game. Oh, Concacaf, beautiful skill. Does get stood up. Oh, the ball in behind for Hooper. Cut out. Good defensive work by Martinique. And there's 1 minute left of injury time, but again, Baudry gets well acquainted with the offside flag on the near side. St. Vincent and the Grenadines might have a chance to have the last say here. Possibly create one more definitive opportunity to separate these two sides. Finlay sends it forward. Pass deflected towards the arc of the penalty area. Martinique have to deal with it. They get it out of trouble for now. St. Vincent and the Grenadines win it back. Prescott. Is there one more opportunity? Martinique do win it back. A little bit of a miscue at the back here. Can Martinique pounce on it? Baudry's making the run. Oh, it's well recovered defensively. Still maybe one last chance. Beavis out wide. But it is going to be taken back by St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We've had the 3 added minutes. Referee looks at her watch. And that is how the encounter ends. A well-earned point by both teams. Endless drama in this Group A tie. St. Vincent and the Grenadines took the lead inside of 15 minutes. Then went down to 10. Martinique missed a penalty, then equalized in the second half. Then St. Vincent and the Grenadines missed a penalty. It was 10 v 10 in the end. It's 1 goal apiece in the end. And I think fittingly, 1 point apiece in the end. That's how Martinique's tournament ends. It's a well-fought and well-earned point. St. Vincent and the Grenadines still play Cuba on Saturday for a chance to add on to their tally. And I'm sure for the neutrals, this was as exciting of a match as we've seen in the qualifying round so far. Both teams can be proud of the way they played and dealt with the adversity of the match. And as we said earlier, all of the emotions came out in this game. So many highs and lows, twists and turns. Both coaches have to be happy with the way their teams handled all of it. And in the end, it finishes 1 goal apiece, 10 players apiece, 1 point apiece. Roach was one of the heroes. We'll get to her heroics in a second. In the full-time match highlights, made a big penalty save in the first half. But just a remarkable contest, and one that we're definitely looking forward to recapping here in the full-time match highlights. Again, worth reminding, hard to believe it, but this game didn't have much on it as far as who was going to advance. It was Arika Hooper who scored the first goal of the game and the first goal of the qualifying round for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Pulver makes an error at the back. Hooper capitalizes, and with 15 minutes gone, St. Vincent and the Grenadines took a lead of 1-0 on a tidy finish coming off of the goalkeeping error at the back. Then, Tishana James picked up her second yellow card inside of 20 minutes, was sent off, but then the substitute Roach, as we just mentioned, made the big penalty save. That was her first touch of the game. She kept St. Vincent and the Grenadines ahead at that moment. Martinique then put a lot of pressure on St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That was a shot that came in and wide in the end from Goddard after Roach was not able to hold on to the initial pass back, or at least the ball back in behind. St. Vincent and the Grenadines nearly scored again late in that first half, but it was 1-0 going into half number 2. Then the equalizing goal came. It was a lovely worked set piece, and it was Naya Peria at the back post who headed in the Martinique equalizer. 8 minutes into the start of the second half to get the women in red back on level terms, and it felt like they could maybe go on from there and win the game. But just moments later, Peria would be involved again. Couple of deflections allowed Hooper to get in behind. This was just before that. Pulver makes the save. This was the big moment. Peria lunging in. Got some of the ball, got some of the player as well. It was a penalty. It was her second yellow, and she was sent off. Samaya Connell, the captain, stepped up to the penalty spot, but dragged the penalty wide. And it stayed at 1 goal apiece. She couldn't believe her luck. And it was 10 players apiece from that point on in the match. But there was still more drama to come. Beaudry, the substitute, a stinging effort from quite some distance, strikes the crossbar, but nothing more could separate the two sides. And that is how the match wrapped up. 1 goal apiece, 1 point apiece after both teams went down to 10. Both earned a very hard-earned point. We wish Martinique all the best going forward. That is the end of the campaign for them. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, if you want more drama, they will play Cuba in 2 days' time. What a finish to the first game of 2 here today. Canada and Cuba are to come next. Thanks to our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques. We will see you in just about an hour as Canada take on Cuba. It finishes in our first game. St. Vincent and the Grenadines 1, Martinique 1.